Good morning. You're listening to Slices of Wenatchee. We're excited to bring you a closer look at one of our top stories and other important happenings every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Today, downtown Wenatchee is transforming fast, but as new apartment complexes rise, some small business owners are sounding the alarm about being left behind. Before we continue, have you joined Neighbor yet? If not, download the app today and join local conversations about issues that matter. Neighbor is a site just for our local community focused on facts, not misinformation. Best of all, it's free for everyone. To learn more, visit wenatcheeworld.com/NABUR. Now, our feature story. Across Wenatchee, change is unfolding block by block. At the heart of it sits the Majestic, a large new apartment complex going up on South Wenatchee Avenue, smack in the middle of the city's downtown corridor. The project is part of a broader wave of redevelopment aimed at increasing housing, boosting foot traffic, and attracting investment. But for the small businesses operating just steps from the construction zone, the road to progress has come with detours, literally and figuratively. Luana Beauty Lounge owner Ivy Bailey opened her shop in 2022, right in the middle of that main corridor. She says she welcomes new growth and believes Wenatchee can benefit from more housing and foot traffic. But she also says it's vital that the businesses already here aren't left behind. Between parking limitations, dust, noise, and rising property values, she and her neighbors are navigating a tough stretch. Just across from the Majestic site, State Farm agent Linda Sassine has been serving clients at her corner office for more than 34 years. She says construction has choked off access to her building, driven away customers, and created daily obstacles. What was once a smooth-running business now comes with uncertainty and a lot of frustration. Wenatchee City Administrator Laura Gloria, who's preparing to step down after a multi-year tenure, said these challenges highlight the complicated balance cities must strike. On the one hand, she said, you need to encourage investment and economic vitality. On the other, there's an obligation to plan carefully and inclusively so that longtime residents, small business owners, and marginalized communities aren't left out of the picture. She noted that nonprofits and groups like the Wenatchee Downtown Association have stepped up to offer marketing help and relocation assistance when needed, but acknowledged more could be done. Wenatchee's geography also plays a role in how this all unfolds. Flanked by the Columbia River, the Wenatchee River, and the Cascade foothills, there's not much open land left to develop, and that's driving up the cost of property. According to the city's recent market analysis, the median sales price for a detached single-family home is now over $560,000. To afford that, a household would now need to earn about $137,000 a year, and that's just not a reality for many locals. The data shows that nearly 80% of Black or African American households in Wenatchee are spending more than 30% of their income on housing, a figure that underscores the equity challenges built into the current growth model. Wenatchee's middle housing stock, duplexes, triplexes, and backyard cottages, also lags behind neighboring cities like Ellensburg and East Wenatchee. And when vacancy rates are low and costs are high, property owners have little incentive to accommodate low-income renters. It's a market trend that, without intervention, could lead to more displacement. That's why city officials are doubling down on public input and equity planning. The comprehensive plan, which guides everything from zoning to infrastructure spending, is currently being updated. For the first time, it must include a review of policies that result in racially disparate impacts. Community Development Director Glenn DeVries said that includes looking at how zoning, city investments, and development pressure can unintentionally push out the very people who make neighborhoods vibrant. He and other leaders spoke at a public forum this week, urging residents to get involved in shaping the future of downtown. An open house is planned this October at Pybus Public Market, where folks can give feedback and hear how ideas are being incorporated into the city's long-term vision. For Bailey, Sassine, and others, the message is clear. Growth is welcome, but only if it includes thoughtful support for those already on the ground. Bailey suggested simple but impactful ideas, like grants, clear signage, and better parking solutions during construction. She said she's hopeful, but also realistic about the pressure that rising values and operating costs place on independent shops like hers. For more on this story, head over to wenatcheeworld.com. Are you passionate about the issues shaping North Central Washington? Then you won't want to miss the Wenatchee World Forum at Pybus. This monthly event brings together newsmakers and the community to dive into the topics that matter most. It's your chance to engage, ask questions, and be part of the conversation shaping our region's future. Have questions or need more info? Visit wenatcheeworld.com/forum. Now, a few other stories you should know about. Despite fireworks bans across Chelan and Douglas counties, this year's 4th of July brought fewer fires and fewer emergency calls than in 2024, a promising sign, according to Wenatchee police and fire officials. Still, East Wenatchee saw a sharp rise in complaints, showing that enforcement and community buy-in remain uneven across the valley. Wenatchee City Council has approved the creation of a Junior City Council, a student-led board aimed at fostering youth engagement and giving local teens a voice in city government. Starting this fall, 9 Wenatchee students will serve on the council, meeting monthly with city leaders. It's a small investment with the potential to build long-term civic leadership. At a recent Wenatchee City Council meeting, Pete Azetta, owner of Easy's Burger Deluxe, spoke out against proposed street and trail improvements along North Wenatchee Avenue that could impact his decades-old business. While the city says no relocations are expected, Azetta argues the plans would make his operation unworkable and voiced deep frustration over the lack of clarity. Washington Governor Bob Ferguson announced emergency funding for Planned Parenthood this week. The goal is to provide a financial lifeline as the organization braces for steep federal Medicaid cuts under the Trump administration's latest budget. Clinics like the one in Wenatchee are among those at risk. Local leaders with Planned Parenthood say the support helps ensure that rural patients continue to receive essential care, from STI testing to contraception, in a place where privacy and trust are especially vital. Thanks for listening. For more information on all the stories you heard today, visit us at wenatcheeworld.com. The Wenatchee World has been engaging, informing, and inspiring North Central Washington communities since 1905. We encourage you to subscribe today to keep your heart and mind connected to what matters most in North Central Washington. Thanks for starting your morning with us, and don't forget to subscribe to Slices of Wenatchee wherever you listen to podcasts.